Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys coming into this video. Today I want to talk about Cory Hardrict. He recently finally came out and spoke on his divorce. And so I want to address that. And I want to address a lot of subjects surrounding not only their relationship, but just what's going on in society surrounding male-female relationships. But we'll use Cory and Tia for this video. I've made a video about them in the past, but this is an ongoing thing because obviously they were together for 15 years. They were married, I believe. They were together probably about 20 years or something like that. And now it's, they're divorced finally, and now it's what comes next. So that's what I want to talk about in the comment section. This is, CLS observations and conversations. So I want to have a conversation in the chat. But first, let's go and take a look and see what Cory had to say about his divorce.
Because, it's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands and, no one's there for you. And it's just like, when you're a man, especially a black man, they're like, oh, he's tough, he's strong. But it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. Nobody see that.
Yeah.
Nobody see that.
Yeah.
You live 5 minutes away from your babies, you know what I'm saying? Because people who know Cory Hardrict know that his kids and his family was everything to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm stronger than I thought I was.
Yes.
I'm really stronger. And that by the grace of God, it's like, I'm here and I'm still going.
All right, so you saw that, and obviously he said that, he was hurt when his wife separated from him and they were going through the divorce process because he loved his family, and I'm sure he was used to seeing his kids every day and being there with them. And in these situations, when you separate, many times you may only see the kids, 50% of the time. He seems like a guy probably has about 50% custody of his kids. And it's something that's important to him. But as we all know at this point, his ex-wife, she chose to leave because she said she graduated from her marriage. But as you observe her actions afterwards, what I personally think is, and this is just to be completely honest, I think she wanted to go back out and see what was in those streets, okay? And I think everybody watching this video knows that's the truth. You can just go to her social media, her TikTok. I actually went there and I realized she has 7.6 million followers on TikTok. And on her TikTok, she does a lot of what they call thirst trapping, but she does it in a subtle way. And I found that kind of interesting because there's a stark contrast between how she's handled things and how Cory has handled things. On her social media, she talks about, starting over and getting back out there. And, she dresses very provocative in some videos, or she dances a lot. She's taking certain pictures and swimsuits and things like that. And, I want to address the social media aspect of these male-female relationships in 2024. Because I feel like social media has damaged that dynamic so much because everybody's seeking validation, attention. You can always access people through the DM and all of that. And I feel like that's caused a problem. Tell me what you think about how social media has affected relationships in 2024, just in the 2000s, okay? Because when I was 20 years old, we didn't have Instagram, Facebook, and DM and all that stuff. We didn't have any of that. So I think that Tia wanted to get back out here in the streets. She probably was bored with Cory because he seemed a little more laid back and conservative. And she wanted to be on social media, showing off and getting all the likes and attention and all of that. And so she probably also felt that she could do better than Cory, because obviously we know that Cory Hardrict is, he's not an A-list actor. I mean, he seems like he's a good working actor, but he's probably not making as much money and providing as much as she desired. But when you really think about it, if she's making $1 million, $2 million a year, and he's bringing in something, she's not understanding, I don't personally think, what he is bringing to the table as a husband and as a father. The only thing that seems to be important in today's day and age is how much money does the man make. Doesn't matter if he picks up his kids from school, drops them off at school, provides love and support, emotional support. If he's not making enough money, that doesn't matter. He's not a whole man. He's not an A-list actor. So he doesn't have the status. So I personally think that Tia also felt that she could do better than Cory. And so she left him, and now she's out here in these streets. The one thing that Tia didn't understand, and she talked about this on another podcast, is that she got out here in these streets in 2024, 2023, and she realized, she said this herself, people don't court anymore. And they don't. They don't court anymore because it's hookup culture now. And what I want Tia to understand, women who are following Tia, women who have the same mindset as Tia, because her twin sister is still married to her Caucasian husband. So what she doesn't understand was that while she was with Cory for 20 years, let's just say 20 years, he had her covered for 20 years. So Tia doesn't realize that there were women who were uncovered for 20 years. And I want to see what y'all have to say about this comment I'm about to make in the comment section. But let's do a little bit of math and think about this. He covered this woman. The women who were uncovered, let's just say that they hooked up with 5 guys a year. And I'm just saying 20 years because at this point, she's 44. We could be saying 25 years. But let's say 20 years times 5. She hooks up with 5 guys a year. The woman who's been uncovered. That's 100 different men that have had access to her. Think about that. Let's say from 18 to 44 or 43. That's 25 years. No marriage. 5 guys a year. That's what? I'm thinking 150, 125 guys, maybe. My math might be off a little bit. Think about that. That's what he protected her from. Not only did he do that, he provided emotional support and guidance for his children. But you know what? There's no equity that can be built up for those things. It's all about what you're doing for me now. So Tia thought, oh, I can just leave my husband of 20 years and I can just get back out here and I can find somebody better than him. Because she said she didn't want to be involved in anything that did not serve her. So what can she do once she's out here? She can start dating again. And I think at this point, we're starting to see, it's been about 2 years at least that they've been divorced. We haven't seen her with another man. Because I think the man that she thought she wanted, she's not attracting him. Obviously, because we haven't seen her with him. So what tends to happen is that she's going to find some older guy. He's going to probably be 55 years old. And old and gray, almost 60. And she gonna say, okay, he's a good guy. He has all this money or whatever. Well, yeah, he's 15 years older than your husband. And what she doesn't understand, what many people don't understand, is that the average man, he doesn't even reach his financial stride until he's in his mid to late 40s. She didn't even give Cory that opportunity, but she'll see this old guy who's probably 55 years old. And he'll say, oh, well, yeah, he can provide for me. Well, yeah, he's 50, he's almost 60 years old. So yeah, he can provide for you. Cory's what, 44 years old. So, but here's the question though, is that the man that she wants to be with? No, it's not the man that she wants to be with, but she can save face and say, yeah, I found a man. Oh yeah, you found a man, but it's not the man that you really want to be with. Because Cory, he's still young. He's still attractive. He's still in shape. And Cory can really go out here and get another woman easily. He can get married easily. But you also have to understand this, what Tia didn't take into factor, and women like her who think like this and choose to leave their husband. That's who I'm talking about. Women who have a marriage with children and they say, well, I don't want to do this anymore. The one thing they don't think about either is think about the history that you have with that man. All of the memories that you have. This new person that you meet, you don't know them. You don't have any memories with them. And I know you go, well, you can build these memories, but you're not going to be able to have this nuclear family. But I know now in 2024, nobody cares about any of that stuff. That's old thinking because they don't think about the children in that. You know, it's okay just to be what Tupac made a song about back in the 90s, a part-time mother or a part-time father. That's cool. Don't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, by the way, please. Share this video and subscribe to the channel. Tupac made a song back in the 90s, said, you're a part-time mother. A part-time. So what happens now when Cory has the kids and the kids are sick? You know, when I was young, my mother, when I was sick, I remember her nursing me back to health, bringing me soup, giving me medicine, holding me, bringing in the dehumidifier, putting Vicks on my chest. But now, when her baby is sick and with the father, and she calls her mom and says, Mom, I'm sick. Or the son calls his mother and says, Mom, I'm sick. I can't breathe all that good. She says, well, just take some more medicine, son. Oh, I feel sorry about that. She's not there to nurse that child back to health. But once again, I don't think in this society that we live in, I don't think nobody cares no more. Don't none of that matter, because as long as Tia's happy, it's all that matters. And she got away from that big bad man. But yeah, think about the kids. Think about when they're sick. These are the crucial times, and think about how that affects a child. I'm fortunate enough that my parents are still married. I thank God for that. Me and my parents don't always see eye to eye, but I thank God for that. I thank God that I was able to wake up on Christmas. I was able to have both my parents there. But nowadays, you can forget it, man. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and a couple other things I want to talk about before I wrap up this video. The channel's been growing. What I want to talk about in closing to this is, now that the divorce is over, Cory has finally come out and said, you know, it affected him badly. He missed his children. That's something that's never going to go away. If you're a father that loves your children when they're away from you, and you understand that it's the person who made the decision to break up the family, to divorce, they're the reason why you can't be with your kids. And all the people around him, like he said in that video, nobody understood what he was going through. They don't understand what you're going through. So you have to do that in silence, because everybody has to live their own lives. But the one thing that Tia doesn't understand now, she's no longer covered by Cory. Or if you divorce your husband, you're no longer covered by him. So you can't expect the same things from that man that you grew accustomed to when you were married. You can't expect that from him. So once she gets out here and she starts dating and she finds a guy that she likes, he's attractive, he's charming, and she lets him have relations with her. She really likes this dude, but hey, we in 2024. This is hookup culture, and you know what? That guy probably may not want to stick around. He might have just wanted to see, what her relations were like. Okay? And that'll fizzle out. And then you meet the next person. She likes this guy as well, And they go out a couple times, and he's a nice guy. And so they have relations, But it fizzles out. Unfortunately, you guys tell me in the comments, because I could be wrong. I may not know a damn thing I'm talking about. That's why I have this channel, and that's why I want you to comment on this video. Unfortunately, she's going to have to go through a lot of guys to find a guy that she's looking for, more than likely, if she's lucky. So that's my take on it. I hope I didn't forget anything. Don't want to make the video too long, but I want you guys to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 5,800 subscribers at this point, and I want you guys to go into the comment section and comment on it so we can have a discussion about everything I've talked about, and tell me what I'm wrong about. If you disagree with me, let me know, and I'm sure you will. If you disagree with me, let me know. But until next time, I will see you in the next video.